Welcome. In this video I'm going to give you a little background on camper van electrical systems, and then when we throw a leisure battery into it. So first here we're going to focus on the van system itself, and then a little later we're going to talk about solar and leisure batteries. So we'll start over here, and the basic circuit that we have is we have a battery, runs around 12 volts. I've just thrown in an ammeter here so we can see how much current is flowing. And it's coming out of the high energy here, so the red again means higher energy. So we got high energy particles here. The key is turned on, so they're going through here. We've got 3 amps here. This is a little bit smaller because I got something going on here I forgot to turn off, but this current should be the same. So we know we're leaking a bit of current over to the other battery right now. So here's our circuit going through here, coming down here and going around that way, and coming back through the chassis and back to the battery. Low energy down at this end. Now let's see if we can turn on the starter motor here. So we're going to turn on this switch here, and we're going to say, oh, let's close that switch. And now we see a lot of current going through here and a lot more current coming through the battery, and that's going to wear on our battery, that much current drain. So we don't keep the starter switch closed very long. And we're going to open that back up, and now we're back and our van's doing its normal thing. At this point now, the engine, the gas motor is running, so this says it's not really a switch, it's just a way of saying, oh, now we've got the alternator running as well. So the alternator usually runs a little bit higher voltage than the battery, so what we notice here is that the current is actually negative. It's actually going back into this battery, keeping it charged up, which is why your car doesn't need the battery to be charged ever, because the alternator is doing all the work. And now the alternator current is what's going through here, charging all this up, running all these devices. And again, our starter motor, no current going through the starter motor. So that is the basics of a typical gas vehicle, how it runs. Now we're going to slide over here a little bit, and we're going to look at the leisure battery system. So right here we've got all the leisure battery circuits, anything you've got running off your leisure battery here. Here's our leisure batteries at 12.35 volts. So right now we've got some current going backwards. Why? Because this is still on. So what I want to do, let me show you the cutoff here. So this cutoff switch, low voltage cutoff, it can be a manual switch, or it can also be a low voltage cutoff. What this is doing is it's looking at, there's real thin wires here, not a lot of current. It's looking at this battery and saying, what's the voltage over that battery? If it gets too low, this guy shuts off. Now I haven't been able to figure out how to actually get this to work, so I'm just going to delete that out of there. Oh, I gotta go back to build. Just gonna delete that guy out of there. Okay. So now we've got them running separately. So here now we have our leisure battery. We've got current coming out of it, going through a fuse. We always want to fuse everything, right? And then now it's going through our leisure circuits. Okay, and it's going to go back through the chassis. And we see we've got a requirement here is about 4.9 amps of current going through here. We've got nothing coming through from the solar panel because it's shady right now. So let's go back here and turn on the sun.